If you want to improve your social media, you better keep watching this video. This is for you.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today, I'm speaking about social media game, okay? Social media. Now, I want to teach you how to get into the flow state on your social media. The first thing is posting consistently. Know that there are 3 times of the day, okay? And there's something called toilet marketing. Do you know what toilet marketing is? Toilet marketing is understanding that most people who are consuming your content on social media are sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Okay? So, understanding that means you're going to have to make it caption friendly. Secondly, you want to understand that you're not going to have all the time in the world, right, to scroll. So you got to get their attention really quickly, right? You got to get attention really quickly. Like if I started this video like this, I'll give you an example, right? If I'm like, we're born on a spinning rock in the middle of nowhere. Okay, now that's interesting, right? That's uncommon. Something like that, you'll see that and go, what? Why is he doing that? What the heck? Why does he have a rock in his hand, right? It just breaks the paradigm, it breaks the pattern. Pattern interrupts. Second thing. First thing is consistency. Knowing that you want to post 3 times a day. I post 3 times a day. The reason I do that is once in the morning when I wake up, do my check-in. Once sometime in the evening or afternoon, and once at nighttime before I head to sleep. Okay? So these 3 times, these are pivotal times, right? These are pivotal times where people are actually checking their phone the most, right? They're either checking it early in the morning as they're waking up. They're either checking it right near the afternoon time, right? Or the evening time where there's some break in their day. Or they're checking it right before they head to sleep. So, understand what timings work for you, what days work for you. I have a content planner, a scheduler, so I know what to post every day of every month. Okay? Now it's split up in 30. However, sometimes I'll adapt it, I'll improvise on certain days when it's 29 days, 31 days, whatever it is, right? It's about adaptation. It's about consistency. That's how you maintain the flow state on your social media. The third thing is understanding that social media has the word social in it. Okay? I think a lot of people forget that fact. Social media has the word social in it, which means you're going to have to get social. I'm wearing a falcon hat with a falcon right in the back. Well, it's a hawk, but you already know what it is. You already know what it is, man. When they say it goes down in the DMs, it go down in the DMs, it go down. Okay, this is for your business, right? Social media, it goes down in the DMs, okay? It's in the conversations with people. It's those connections with people. It's from those people asking you questions, answering their questions, right? Really getting involved in what they're telling you and what they're showing to you. I think we forgot that social media is not just posting stuff online and getting people to like it, right? It's about those connections. So remind yourself that social media, hey, this stuff is social, right? I've got to connect with others. I've got to use my LinkedIn properly. I've got to use my Facebook properly. I've got to use my Instagram properly. And know, where does my niche market, where does my target audience reside? I know for a fact that my target market resides mostly on Instagram. That's why I spend a lot of my time on Instagram. It's really important to recognize that, because you will know what works for you the best after experimenting for a while. Maybe you're like, I'm kind of hesitant towards LinkedIn, but then you start using it and you notice, hey, all the big names in your industry are on there, right? Well, that's something to really consider, okay? Really consider. Now, next thing to consider in terms of social media is the hashtags. Okay, I can't stress this enough. The hashtags are so important. Now, don't go for the million hashtag, most common hashtags, right? From 1,000 to 10,000, find those hashtags and really fine-tune those. Find unique ones, right? Find unique hashtags that match your market. And guys, you can use 30 hashtags. You know that, right? I see a lot of you guys using only 4 or using 1 hashtag. Look, there are more options to use hashtags, so use that 30. You got that 30 every time. But I see so many people posting and they're not using those 30. And also, keep it clean, you know? Keep it in the comment section, right? Post the hashtags in the comment section. Don't clutter up your captions with hashtags. Understanding that you're a brand, okay? Which means brand integrity. Show up as you are. Don't put on this false front on social media like, hey, look at me, look at who I am, right? And it's like this superficial front of like, ooh, I'm this cool person on social media, right? Check out my highlight reel. Oh, look at me. I'm traveling here. I'm traveling there. I'm doing cool things. I hope you like me. Is that cool enough? I hope you like me. Don't give out that impression because you're going to be like everybody else. Everybody else on social media is posting exactly like that. Well, guess what? I'm not interested in my social media being like a basic Instagram influencers. No, not at all. I'm not interested in that. I'm sorry. If you're doing that, you know, if you're following what all the trends are telling you to follow, if you're doing and buying all the products that people are telling you is cool, and you're following into that, that's not cool. That's actually the opposite of cool. Right? Cool decides what is cool. Essentially, this is what you want to really be focusing on. Building those connections, understanding your brand. So brand integrity is really important. Showing up as you, and the content is produced by you, okay? Original content, always better than just reposting random stuff, okay? Original content, always better than posting random stuff that you find, okay? Now, sometimes the reposting will get you more likes. And how do you know that? Because it's reproducible content. It's already popping, right? People like it already. People know what it is, right? There's a certain track record for certain memes or certain, captions and certain things has already been established. So of course people are going to like those ones, right? I get people asking me like, how come whenever I post all this original content, nobody gets it, but then when I post all this, this reproducible like copy paste content, everybody likes it. Well, that's because people are used to that content where you're copy pasting it, right? Because 1,100 other accounts are doing the same thing, right? Just reposting memes, finding memes somewhere else, and just kind of splashing it on with their own name and just doing stuff like that. Look, this is primarily one of the reasons why I switched over my account, okay? My other account, that Splash Life, it had like 7,000 followers, but again, I tried the generic way of doing things, okay? Of buying followers, of doing the things that all these other, Instagram celebrities were doing. I was following all the trends. I was doing it very consistently in the way that I saw other people were doing it. And it wasn't fueling my soul. You know what I mean? It wasn't fueling my, that soul, It wasn't giving me a soulgasm. But when I started producing content for myself and for my clients and for my community, and sharing who I really was, and being authentic and vulnerable, and just opening up, and being of massive value to people, and really crystallizing my brand of flow state, guess what? I didn't have more followers, right? I didn't have more likes, but what I did have is respect, self-respect, character, and pride. Okay? Now this is the most important thing on social media. Having self-respect, having dignity, having an understanding that my content is original and I'm showing up differently with this content, I'm inspired by other accounts, but I'm not just mimicking them. I'm creating my own wave here. And that's what it's about. Creating your own wave on social media. doing things which are uncommon to the norm, and it's going to take some time for people to get over their skepticism about your little account and just like, oh, who is this person, right? And they're going to immediately put you in a category. Being put in a category is not that bad, you know what I mean? If you're like, oh, if you're like, let's say, shoe brand, and you put you in a category, this guy's a shoe brand, right? Okay, that's good. That's good if people categorize you in that sense. But don't let people just come along and paint your brand in a bad way. Now, I see a lot of people, they delete comments of people like who have negative comments about them. Look, I respond, you'll notice mostly, I mean, I try to respond to every comment that people post, right? I think that's a great advice that I could give you because, again, hey, it's social media. Right? You put something up, this is like your artwork, right? It's going up in a gallery, and someone made a comment about the artwork. Are you just going to sit there and hear their nonsense? Right? If someone is like, oh, this was done last year, or something like that. They made a comment like that in real life, in front of your face. Are you just going to sit there and keep your mouth shut and just be like, okay? No, I would make a very, very snarky comment back. You know, and again, it doesn't have to be rude. It doesn't have to be like, irrational. It's just gotta be. It's gotta come from a good place, right? You're feeling fulfilled, so you don't need to let those comments bother you. Same in real life, right? The comments that are bothering you, that says more about them than to do with you. Okay, it says more about them. So don't worry about those little comments and things like that on social media, right? That's besides the point. The main thing that you're doing is you're causing a ripple effect. You're causing a chain reaction in people's minds. You're changing people's mindsets as they're scrolling through their feed. So just be aware of that. Is that you're one of the artists in this gallery. Okay, when you start treating this game like you're an artist, it changes your social media game. Completely. Okay, completely. So that's my advice to you. I hope you resonate with this, embody this information. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. See you next time. Boom.